How does it feel to be here at your first Vanity Fair Oscar party?
I feel really good.
Yeah.
And I feel, I don't know, confident, and I know some people here, so yeah.
What has been the craziest part since coming back from the Olympics with that gold medal?
Yeah, definitely messages. I've gotten a ton of messages. I haven't gone through all of them. I can't, but it's okay because that's not real.
Sitting still simply isn't in Elisa Liu's vocabulary. Following a spectacular double gold victory at the Games, the average champion might disappear onto a sun-drenched beach for a month to completely unplug and recover. Yet, this skating prodigy breaks every mold. Mere sunsets after standing atop the 2026 Olympic podium, she plunged straight back into the blinding flashbulbs. She traded her frozen arena for the ultimate glittering walkway in the dazzling heart of showbiz. The 2026 Oscars marked Hollywood's grandest night, and her grand entrance completely commanded the atmosphere. Stepping out in two completely different breathtaking outfits, she flawlessly owned each distinct aesthetic. To truly appreciate the sheer scale of this whirlwind, one must rewind and examine the grueling marathon she just survived. When the February Games wrapped up, Liu stood tall as the absolute most mesmerizing phenomenon of the global broadcast. Dual golden triumphs ignited worldwide chatter, launching a relentless tidal wave of press that just kept surging. Stepping off the ice, she plummeted directly into an exhausting promotional crusade. Epic Manhattan escapades, mixed with dawn television segments, midnight talk circuits with legendary presenters, relentless interrogations, endless public showings, and heavy press duties. Instead of ever retreating homeward to heal, she packed her bags and jetted toward the Pacific for high-stakes Oscar celebrations. That singular choice exposes her inner fire brilliantly. At 22 years of age, she absolutely rules her physical peak. She radiates the aura of someone blossoming under intense scrutiny and wild pandemonium. Duty doesn't dictate this frantic pace. Raw hunger and fierce aspirations fuel her entirely. Watching her conquer elite Hollywood circles with the exact same lethal grace she unleashes on the ice makes for spellbinding theater. The magical night kicked off at the legendary Elton John AIDS Foundation Oscar Gala. To the uninitiated, this illustrious gala stands as one of the most exclusive, high-society spectacles of the entire Oscar weekend. Far beyond mere A-list mingling, it serves as a powerful philanthropic engine running for over 30 years. Earning entry into this exclusive party speaks tremendous volumes. Nobody just stumbles onto this registry. Every single guest commands immense power and undeniable respect in their respective industries. Liu, striding through those grand gates as a freshly minted double Olympic champion, looked flawlessly destined. Radiating fierce elegance, she rocked a sharp, dark suit over a smooth ivory turtleneck with flared cuffs, crowned by her iconic streaked locks. The outfit breathed pure sophistication minus the stiffness, looking fiercely stylish yet utterly effortless. She looked perfectly at home amidst cinematic royalty, simply because right now, she truly is. That explosive, viral highlight unfolded right amidst the blazing flashbulbs. While weaving past eager reporters, Liu spotted her comrade, Madison Chock, deep in conversation with another journalist. Foregoing any timid wave or respectful boundaries, Liu marched straight into the frame, spectacularly hijacking the live broadcast. They collided in a fiercely joyful hug, vibrating with the electric bond of warriors who just conquered the world, having newly emerged from the grueling Olympic trenches. Having bled for the exact same Golden Team victory, their dazzling reunion under the Californian paparazzi, giggling and plotting to team up inside, played out like an epic collision of sports and cinema. Madison Chock commands her own spotlight in this narrative, considering her jaw-dropping mastery on the ice. Gliding alongside her lifelong partner and husband, Evan Bates, the duo delivered a breathtaking, career-defining masterclass at the Games. Their flawless synergy secured that coveted group gold, fighting beside Liu, before snatching an incredible silver in their solo division. They remain legendary three-time global conquerors and deeply devoted spouses, adding a romantic lore that audiences have fiercely adored forever. Chock graced the Elton John Gala, rocking a shockingly similar aesthetic to Liu. A sharp charcoal suit perfectly accented by a crisp white bodice. Without any planned coordination, their mirror image wardrobes screamed of a deep telepathic sisterhood. Interestingly, Chock had already soaked up the electric Oscar energy the night before. Representing Ralph Lauren, she graced an exclusive preliminary bash thrown by Delta Airlines, a massive backer of the American squad. For that Twilight affair, she slipped into an emerald Ralph Lauren masterpiece that photographed like an absolute dream. Throughout that exclusive bash, she rubbed shoulders with cinematic titans. Alongside Jacob Illy, the breakout Australian actor who recently dominated silver screens and secured an Academy Award nod this season. Ilori actually snagged the rare privilege of posing for cameras with Chock's gleaming Olympic gold, capturing that visceral realization of ultimate athletic triumph, the second a person's fingers curl around that hard-won prize. Curiously, Evan Bates vanished from the Academy circuit. Just days prior, the dynamic duo had tackled the New York press. The pair conquered countless interviews hand in hand, proudly flashing their latest hardware to the world. Yet, as Hollywood's massive weekend unfolded, Bates intentionally vanished, graciously granting Chock her solo spotlight in a profoundly selfless move, honoring her prestigious Ralph Lauren ambassadorship. Armed with elite Hollywood and couture ties, this was her ultimate chance to shine far beyond the ice. Crucially, spectators must also note that Chock, Bates, alongside Liu, recently abandoned the rapidly approaching 2026 Prague World Championships. Liu delivered a painfully honest explanation. Post-Olympic media frenzies, relentless flights, and endless galas completely obliterated her precious training schedule. Reclaiming the grueling physical supremacy required for global dominance simply proved impossible. Devoted followers desperate for a title defense felt the sting, though her choice makes absolute sense following breathless weeks. Ultimately, Elisa Liu has limits. Knowing exactly when to fight and when to heal defines true mastery of sports. Shifting back to Academy Night, the drama hardly ended once Liu exited Elton John's legendary bash. She quickly materialized at the Vanity Fair post-ceremony gala. Having orchestrated a total visual metamorphosis, the tailored suit vanished. In its place emerged a bedazzled miniature gown, opaque hosiery, and dark stilettos, pure Louis Vuitton magic, completely reinventing her aura. Hours prior, she radiated sheer, unadulterated refinement. Suddenly, she looked hungry for a genuinely wild night, marking a flawless wardrobe pivot, considering that a midnight Vanity Fair bash often rages fiercely until dawn. Liu's bond with the luxurious French powerhouse runs deep. She actually commanded the front row during their 2026 Paris showcase, rocking a cocoa denim aesthetic while clutching a signature monogram purse. The iconic Parisian designers clearly spotted her immense star power, sparking a fiercely mutual obsession. Liu choosing Louis Vuitton for the Vanity Fair blowout was definitely no accident. It served as a calculated declaration of her escalating alliance with couture's most mythical empire. Securing a coveted front-row seat at Paris Fashion Week as an ice skater, before flaunting that exact designer at Hollywood's Paramount celebration, marks an elite cultural crossover rarely conquered by sports figures. Inside the gala, Liu eagerly told reporters how incredibly thrilled she felt spotting fellow Olympic warriors inside, namely Hilary Knight and Hannah Bila, the fierce United States hockey stars who seized gold medals during those exact Winter Games. A profound beauty lies within that observation. The skater completely refused to wander through the Hollywood bubble alone. She aggressively hunted down her tribe, forging powerful bonds with champions surviving the same grueling gauntlet, cutting straight through that thick layer of superficial glitz. Such raw authenticity and fierce loyalty toward her Olympic brethren speaks volumes about her character. Meanwhile, Chock also crashed the exclusive bash sporting new attire. Shedding her dark suit, she slipped into a dangerously sleek obsidian silk dress, accented by cascading back ties. The vibe shifted instantly, radiating a formal, red carpet magnitude. This striking evolution proved severe sartorial range, signaling that these champions invade high society events for more than mere exposure. They pour intense strategy into every thread, mastering high fashion rather than merely playing dress-up in borrowed goods. They execute ruthless choices, forging ironclad bonds with creators, cultivating an aesthetic persona as powerful as their athletic prowess. That reality sparks a truly captivating shift. This modern brigade of ice warriors is single-handedly tearing up the rulebook on professional athletic visibility today. For agonizingly long eras, the sport occupied a deep niche. Despite hoarding fiercely loyal crowds, it rarely exploded into the massive pop culture consciousness commanded by heavyweight sports like football. Historically, these ice performers never crashed Academy galas, seized front-row couture tickets, or locked down glossy Vanity Fair spreads. Today, that dusty narrative shatters. Liu leads a fierce vanguard of skaters shattering old boundaries, ruthlessly forging an empire beyond the ice. the young champion was rapidly conquering high fashion and showbiz, transcending her legendary athletic triumphs. Despite her legendary status, she embraced this spotlight with raw truth. No fake personas existed here. At 22 years old, this Bay Area native simply stood among Earth's absolute greatest figure skaters. Gliding through Hollywood with the exact fierce swagger she showcased on ice, her journey teased thrilling upcoming spectacles. Though skipping the World Championships, the superstar absolutely refused to simply disappear. Come springtime, she would magnificently anchor the Stars on Ice tour across America. Dazzling, passionate crowds hungry for live Olympic glory, the upcoming spectacle boasted an absolutely breathtaking cast of legends. Elisa united with Madison Chock and Evan Bates, alongside Amber Glenn and Isabel Levito, her fiercely loyal Blade Angel sisters. The beloved trio proudly claimed that fierce title, while rabid supporters wildly cheered. Then appeared Ilia Malinin, the double global conqueror. Hailed as his era's ultimate technical prodigy, this epic roadshow served as a massive reunion for the 2026 Winter Games' brightest stars, sharing one spectacular arena for nationwide fans. For any diehard spectator of the recent Winter Games, the icy spectacle felt like an endless victory parade, a glorious chance to fiercely honor everything achieved during the massive tournament. Finally watching these fierce gladiators trade brutal competition for pure, unadulterated entertainment, trading rigid scores for pure, electric crowd connections. Watching Elisa anchor this phenomenal roadshow right after her double gold triumph and glamorous Hollywood weekend would truly be an unforgettable, breathtaking spectacle. The staggering reality stood clear. Elisa conquered double Olympic gold, then immediately blitzed through an exhausting New York press circuit. Jetting toward Los Angeles for the Oscars, she hilariously crashed her teammates' glamorous red carpet moment. She dominated two ultra-exclusive midnight galas, flawlessly rocking a pair of completely distinct, jaw-dropping ensembles. Wearing chic Parisian labels she recently modeled, the superstar effortlessly bonded with fellow elite competitors. She charmed the merciless press with bright smiles, boarded a midnight flight homeward, and immediately started prepping for her massive nationwide show. She was merely 22,